So today we're going to start talking again about how to solve systems of equations algebraically. Last week we talked about how to determine the number of systems, the number of solutions to a system. So today we're going to start with the basic system and how to solve it. In this we have two equations. We have y is equal to x minus 20 and we have x plus y equal 84. So we need to get them in the same form. So I'm going to rewrite y equal x minus 20 as negative x plus y equal negative 20. All right, so that's going to give me a system. When I rewrite that and use a system, it's going to say negative x plus y equal negative 20 and x plus y equal 84. Now, as soon as I do that, then I look and I see I have a negative x and I have a positive x. So I'm going to eliminate the x's and solve for y. In this case, that gives me 2y is equal to 64. And if I divide by 2, I get y is equal to 32. Then I need to put that into one of these equations. So I'm going to put it here. I'm going to say x plus 32 is equal to 84. I take 32 from both sides. I end up with x equal to, let's see, 2 and 52. So my x is 52 and my y is 32. So now I need to see if that's actually going to work. In this equation, so I'm going to do the opposite of x, which is negative 52, right? And then plus 32 should be equal to negative 20. And if I do that, I get negative 52 plus 32 equal negative 20, which is going to be negative 20 equal negative 20, and that's a true statement. So it's true, so my solution to this system is the ordered pair of x is 52 and y is 32. Okay, that's a pretty basic system. But it's the simplest way to do this particular problem. And let me see. All right, so the question that we had to ask ourselves was, what does y equal x plus 20? What does y equal x minus 20 tell you about the relationship between x and y? Well, it tells you that y is 20 less than x. All right? What does x plus y equal 84 tell you about the relationship of x and y? It tells you that when x is added to y, the result is 84. All right, and we, like I said, we could guess and check. And if we put 44 in for x and 40 for y, would it solve both equations? Well, it would solve one, because 40. If I have x plus y equal 84, and I put 44 here and 40 here, that will give me 84. But if I put that same over here where I get 40 is equal to 44 minus 20, that's not a true statement. If it's not true, then that's not a solution, all right? So guess and check is not really a great way to do it. We could try it again with 50, all right? So if we put 50 in for x, right, and 20, if you try 50 for x, then what is it? Was y minus x equal 20? Well, 50 minus 20, if we put 50 for x and we have y equal x minus 20, then 50 minus 20 is simply 30, and 50 and 30 add up to 80, not 84. So again, that's not a solution. But if we put 52 in there, if we put 52 in, we get 52 minus 20, and that's equal to 32. And if we add 52 and 32, then of course we'll get 84. So that will actually work in both solutions, but that's not the most efficient way to solve it. The most efficient way is the way I showed you in the start, to eliminate one of the variables and then substitute everything back in. So how can we find the value for x and y that solve both equations? The best way is to solve the system for one variable by eliminating the other variable. There is another way that we could solve it. We could solve it through substitution. So let's go back. Let's go back and see if we can solve this. So let's go back to the beginning of this one. So if we go back here, we could actually solve this another way. Let's take a look at the second way to solve this. It would be through substitution, right? So if we substitute this, I could say that I have y is equal to x minus 20. So if I have x plus y equal 84, I could say that x plus, and I substitute this value right here for y, x minus 20, is equal to 84. That gives me 2x minus 20 is equal to 84. So I add 20 to both sides, and I get 2x is equal to 104, and x would be equal to 52. Now I take that 52 and I substitute it into this other equation. I get x plus y is equal to 84, right? And so I get 52 plus y equal 84. Subtract 52 from both sides, and I'll get y is equal to 32. And again, you'll see these two both add up to 84. And I also know that 52 minus 20 is 32. So that's the second way we could solve that original equation. Let's go ahead and look at or try it for today. All right. What we're going to do here, we're going to look at these ideas below and see what we can figure out. What would be the solution? How many solutions would we have for this problem here? If I divide this whole thing by 2, if I divide it by 2 or multiply by 1/2, I'm going to get x plus y equals 6. So how many solutions would I have in that? And the answer to that is I'd have multiple solutions or infinite, right? This one, if I have 5x plus y equal 3 and y equal x 4 minus 5x, I can simply rearrange this to get 5x plus y equal 4, right? 5x plus y equal 4 and 5x plus y equal 3. And is that going to be possible at any time? The answer to that is no, because you can't have 5x, right, plus y equal two different things. So the answer to this is no solutions. And on this one, we have y is equal to x minus 20 and x plus y equals 84. That's the one we just did. And on that, we find out that when we write it out in y equal to mx plus b form, we have y is equal to x minus 20 here. And we have y is equal to negative x plus 84. We have two different y values. Anytime you have two different y values, you have one solution. So you should be able to discuss that with your partner, make sure that you each understand how that happens. So the question is, how did knowing the value of x being 52 help us find the value of y? Well, we had two different things. We had x minus 20 is equal to y, and we had x plus y is equal to 84. Once we know the value of x being 52, then it's simply a matter of substituting it in and performing the basic operation of a two-step equation. So how does it help? Knowing the value of one variable allows you to determine the value of the other variable using a two-step equation. And I know this lesson today was kind of basic, but I wanted to give us a chance to learn with easy stuff first, and then we'll work toward the more difficult problems as we progress through the week. If you don't have any questions, you should be able to start working on your homework for the day. And the homework for the day is going to be on page 165 and 166. Enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.